Hey everybody, welcome to Your Beautiful Table, a YouTube channel all about helping you make your table beautiful. And today we're going to talk about ironing placemats. So I've washed these placemats, they got a little bit dirty, and I'm going to show you how to press them off so they make your table look great. Stay tuned. Thanks everybody for coming on back. So if you're new to the channel, Your Beautiful Table is all about tips and tricks to help you make your tables look beautiful. It's about gracious living, about china, glassware, candles, home decor, home fragrance, all kinds of fun stuff. So you like that? If you like that, then consider subscribing. We'd love for you to join us, and stay tuned to the end of the video for a way for you to win some free home fragrance candles just for you. All right, so not everything about having a beautiful table is beautiful, and in many cases it can be some work, but if you bring, a good attitude, you can make anything sort of fun. And so I had company this week, and in our kitchen, we have more of a casual approach, and I have these cloth placemats on the table in there, and after a few meals, drips, drabs, little bits of food and things get on the placemats. I've had these for a while. I think I picked them up at Target. I think they are a cotton blend, and they've been great. So they have one side that's a little bit lighter cream and one side that's like more of a taupe or natural color. So I like the taupe or natural color, but it's fun to have the variability, and these go great year-round. So I like them because I can add holiday colors, or I can add springtime colors or fall colors. It's just been great all-purpose. So I really like having placemats. It helps to protect your table, and it's just one of the ways to add an extra layer and some panache to your table. So today I washed them and I've dried them. You just want to be sure to follow the instructions about how to launder the placemats to be sure that they're materials that will hold up in the washing machine. I put them in there with some other clothes, some light colored clothes, so that nothing would fade or stain them, and warm water wash with some regular detergent. And I've got my iron here. I got a Shark iron. This one's called the Shark Professional. I bought it recently because I had a Shark iron, and the one that I had fell off the ironing board and it stopped working properly. So I had to buy a new one. Got this one at Target, and it's been great. So I'm going to put these others just sort of out of the way here for a second. Now, my studio right now is in our bedroom, and that's where I'm coming to you right now. Normally I do iron in our bedroom because we have a TV in here, and I just set up the iron, pop in a movie, and I get to town. You can see this ironing board cover is well loved. I don't, no need to have anything fancy here, but an ironing board cover, and this one's probably needing to be replaced because the edges of the padding are wearing out. But what I want to do is just have a little bit of padding here so that the metal of the ironing board doesn't leave marks on your clothes, but I'm not too worried about that with this. So I'm going to lay the placemat out flat, and my iron is nice and hot. I'm going to turn it over to get the steam going. You can hear the steam coming out, and then I'm just going to go over the placemat with the steam iron, making sure I do all of the edges. Now this placemat is a little ribbed, and so I want to be sure that I get the ribs sort of straight, and they're not bunched up after having been in the dryer. Now, I'm not trying to press this one to get it like starched or like super like stiff. I just want the wrinkles to come out. And there it is. So it looks great. So now I'm just going to place this one over here and get the next one. So you can see some of these are more wrinkled than others. I'm going to lay it out so that, these wrinkled edges, I can press them out, and I'm holding it flat a little bit, trying to keep my hands out of the way so that I don't iron my fingers. That's really not fun. And just keep moving the iron over the fabric. And you want to be sure, I forgot to mention this, that you select a fabric temperature on your iron that matches the fabric or the materials of your placemat. And you can see here that it just sort of got a little bit wiggly with the ribs of the placemat. And so I'm going to just a couple of seconds, and this looks fantastic. So don't be afraid. So don't be afraid to just, if your placemats get a little bit dirty, they may have some stains, and so you'll want to pre-treat them, maybe, spaghetti sauce or a little bit of fat like butter or whatever that gets on the placemat. Might need a little bit of pre-treating and some stain remover, some soaking. And then, of course, you want to wash the placemat and then inspect it and make sure that there aren't any stains still on the placemat while it's damp. You want to check it out before you put it in the dryer, because if you dry the placemat with the stain on it, it will set the stain and it will be next to impossible to get out. But one of the things I like about these placemats is that the off-white or taupe color really helps to hide some of that. And this fabric, I probably had these for 3 or 4 years, and this fabric has held up really well. So we're almost done. And so, of course, if I were to put these out on the table looking like this, not beautiful. So you want to have the placemats looking good. Let me actually iron this from the other side. So just about any cotton placemat, that doesn't have any sort of printing or whatever on it, are probably going to be okay for you to press and iron. You just want to be sure that if it has anything that's decorative on the placemat, that it you don't melt it, that the painting or any decoration on it is heat resistant. So just be sure, as I mentioned, to follow the directions. You may want to have a cooler iron, or you may want to put a towel or a cloth in between the iron and the placemat if you're ironing one that has a little bit of design or any other sort of features on there that might not be heat resistant. Okay, so that is the last one. Looks great. This will lie down nice and flat. It's ready for my china, my dinnerware, to be right on there, and I think it's going to be great. So thanks everybody for watching and joining us as we share with you how to iron a placemat for your beautiful table. And thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you're interested in free candle stuff, we have a newsletter, and our newsletter is the way that I do drawings. So you have to sign up for the newsletter. There's a link in the description box below. Check it out, sign up. It's a MailChimp email service, and so I just use a random number generator to pick a name on the list. I pick that name, send an email to that person and say, hey, you've won free candle stuff. Where can I send it? So be sure that your email that you use is one that you check every once in a while and is not a junk email account. And I'll send you some free candle stuff when we have different milestones on the blog. Our last one was when we had 100 subscribers to the YouTube video. So thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you next time.